I've done one video before on this guy, and I just think it's time to do another one because I'm talking about Mr. Wendy Williams. I don't like that motherfucker. I can't stand that motherfucker. Listen, I did a video, about 2 months ago now, where Mr. Wendy Williams, like I said, saw the demon that was coming for his soul, freaked out, did that weird pass, and then, fell out in his little, like, Lady Liberty costume and all that shit. But I really didn't go in on him specifically. Here's why I can't stand Mr. Wendy Williams. He annoys the fuck out of me. First of all, that's a tranny. Like I've said before, that is a fucking tranny. That's an obvious tranny. That's a tranny where, like, if you were in a strip club that thing started giving you a lap dance, you would reach around, make sure it's not a dude, and you would find a handful of cock. So that's a tranny. I'm telling you right now, no woman looks like that. 7 feet tall, her titties are all the fucking way out to here, and fucking, like, talks really low like this. There's an Adam's apple there, I guarantee it. Also, what a fucking hip. Okay, first of all, let's run through the show. If you don't know who Mr. Wendy Williams is, he was a radio DJ a long time ago and basically liked to start a lot of shit and fuck a lot of rappers and stuff, supposedly, allegedly, whatever. And started a lot of beef with people, but never wanted to really back their shit up. Like, this bitch was always, like, afraid to say anything, like, if the person was right near them. Almost got their ass whooped a bunch of times. Supposedly, one New York DJ actually did beat this motherfucker up. And, of course, started going more into gossip, because that's never been done before, and got their own show where they spewed more of their hateful lies and rumors and shit like that. And they just thrive off other people's misery. And while I can appreciate thriving off other people's misery, at least be funny when you do it. This person is not entertaining. Mr. Wendy Williams is not funny. It's an annoying tranny that sits there in bad wig after bad wig after bad wig and occasionally has an emotional breakdown about their son for no apparent reason. I don't know. But I hate the audience of Mr. Wendy Williams. I saw a clip the other day of Mr. Wendy Williams talking about Omarosa, and we're going to get on that in a minute, and this is another reason why I made the video. Mr. Wendy Williams comes out, and it's like, how you doing? How you doing? And the whole audience starts going, how you doing? What time is it? Hot topics. I was expecting Wendy Williams to come out with, like, like a barrel full of fish and go, come on, seals, do it. What time is it? Hot topics. Oh, you get a fish, you get a fish, you get a fish. Motherfucker. So then this motherfucker sits down and always starts doing this shit. Doesn't even say anything interesting. Let's pretend they're talking about Oprah. We'll do something like this, like, so, stirring tea, because, it's going to drop the tea. Yeah, all over its testicles. It's going to start screaming. But Oprah. Signed with Weight Watchers. This is what pretty much he will do. Got paid $55 million. You know what I think he should do with that money? Who gives a fuck what you think they should do with anything? Who gives a fuck whether you live or die? Who cares about you at all? Your husband doesn't even care about you. And you don't report on that story, do you, bitch? Fucking, this person's husband is fucking everything under the sun. Been caught with his mistress. Caught with a bitch he's been known to fuck on video, in photos just recently, but you don't want to drop the tea on that, do you, Mr. Wendy Williams? You don't want to say jack shit about that shit. You want to sit there and talk about everybody else's affairs but your own. And you're a public figure now, so you should appreciate being able to talk about it. You should, put your own spin on it. Say what you got to say about it, because at least then it would be correct. So then Wendy Williams goes on like this. I want to talk about Omarosa. She tried me. She tried me when she first came on the show. Yes, if you haven't seen the clip, go look. Mr. Wendy Williams and Omarosa, the first time they ever met it on the show. Omarosa, who's a complete piece of shit, met another complete piece of shit, and they had this little bitch off back and forth or whatever. First of all, if I had a show and they came on giving me attitude on my motherfucking show, I would remind them it's my motherfucking show. Get your own motherfucking show, and I'd beat your ass on the fucking way out. And if you have such control over your audience like that, hey, come on down. What time is it? No, not Hot Topics time. Time to whip this black bitch's ass right here. She's trying me, motherfucker. Let's go. Let's start stomping on the bitch until her fucking rotten false teeth fall out. I've heard she's got dentures. I don't know if it's true or not. But, so, you would think this would be a time for Mr. Wendy Williams to be real about it, because never liked this motherfucker. She never liked Omarosa, right? So what does she have to say about Omarosa kicking, screaming, and the White House being dragged out? I've forgiven her. We have, I don't believe, oh, what, because she's an angry black woman? Is that why they're saying that? I believe she was fired, but I don't believe it was like that at all. They're trying to do that to her. I mean, she did try me once, and I still have a job, and she doesn't. That's as much shade as that motherfucker threw. Are you fucking kidding me? You think it's because she's an angry black woman? How come she's a psychotic black woman, and you know it firsthand because it was on your goddamn stage trying you, as you said? What the fuck are you? Oh. And this person just I can't stand that tranny. I can't stand that tranny. All you ever do is talk shit, talk shit, talk shit. And the funniest thing that ever happened, like I said before, was when you passed the fuck out. I'm telling you, that wasn't passing out. Like I said in my last video, she saw a demon. It came crawling up from behind the camera. It's like, bitch, we had a deal. I'd make you famous and now I get your soul. And she went, and all, 8 feet of her hit the fucking floor. But her husband is fucking around on her, right? Every 5 seconds he's fucking. He can't keep his dick in his pants. She won't say shit about that, will she? She won't go in there and have sip the tea and talk about hot topics about that. The hot topic is his hot dick going in that girl's ass. This bitch is sick. I can't stand her. At least get somebody, if you're going to get somebody like that to do, I can appreciate good gossip and all that stuff, but get somebody who's funny, somebody who can put a good spin on it, because all this bitch can do is sit there and go, well, if I were you, what I would do is this, or what I would do is that. Nobody cares if I would say what I would do with something. That'd be like, me commenting on another YouTuber. I'd be like, well, if I was that YouTuber, what I would do is put that money away and then stick this finger up my ass exactly 6 times until I ejaculated all over myself, and I would take a picture of it and put it on Instagram. Who cares a fuck what I would do with anything? I only give a fuck about me, and barely that. So please, Mr. Wendy Williams, either talk about your own life and shit that's going on, or just slink away. Go get the rest of the operation done so you actually can feel more like a complete woman. Get the dick chopped off or inverted or whatever the fuck they do. Ask, Caitlyn Jenner. they fold it inside out. They do some weird origami thing with it and shove it back up in you or somehow. But maybe you'll feel better about yourself and you won't be such a fucking asshole. Or if you are going to be an asshole, at least bash those who should be bashed, like Omarosa. Stop fucking being a little pussy about it. And if you're going to go into, rumors and blah, 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 and who's dating who and who's fucking around on who, why don't you do it with yourself? You're a celebrity. Your husband can't keep his dick in his pants, and that's got to be a gay motherfucker right there. I'm telling you right now, because if you're going out Wendy Williams, you have sucked the cock. You have sucked the cock. You have, thrown your cock up. I'm not saying he takes a dick. I'm saying that he's willing to pitch. You know what I mean? Like, maybe he's fucked a guy in his mouth before, or fucked a guy up his ass, because that's a dude. That's a dude. And it's just the way it is. Sorry, just had to get that out there. Fuck off, Mr. Wendell.